Good morning, my beautiful people. It is cold out. It's freaking cold. I know that my robe is just half sleeved. It's not long sleeves, okay? So don't come for me. Just anyway. So there's a few things I want to talk to you guys about. First off, I'm grounded from my main account on TikTok for another 3 days. Apparently, my comment that I left on my own video that read, and I quote, in the trap, no, not really, they're buttholes, something along those lines, got reported, and now I'm grounded from uploading videos for 3 days. Whatever, TikTok, have it your way. So anywho, okay, so a few things. Okay, first off, I just need to get this off my chest, right? So I'm just venting. I decided the reason why I do what I do with making my money, with being a promoter for Prove It, is because I don't like working for anybody. I like to be my own boss. I don't like anybody telling me what to do, how to do it, when to do it, because I will do the complete opposite. And I'm like that even till this day. I know that's something that I need to work on, but I'm not going to work on it. That's just my character, okay? I've always done things, to the beat of my own drum. That's just what it is. Anyway, so I'm all about, women empowering other women. We uplift one another. We come together and we unite and we just love and support each other, right? What I don't like is somebody comparing somebody to somebody else, and I just don't like that. I don't like that. So let me just backtrack here, right? I run my business how I want to run it. If I don't want to be on a Zoom call with anybody, I'm not going to be on said Zoom calls. That's just not going to happen. Nobody can tell me anything that I don't already know when it comes to running my own business, okay? And that's why, people gravitate toward me, because I'm not like everybody else. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to lie to you just so I could put a few dollars in my pocket. That's just not me. I don't have a whole script that I just copy and paste that somebody else gave to me when it comes to, explaining the product and, all this stuff. I just, no. I reach out to each and every single person who has been interested in the product, who has bought, became a customer, a promoter, etc., etc. Okay. Now, if somebody that becomes a promoter under me, if that's the type of things that they like, they like to be on Zoom calls and they like to interact with the whole entire upline, then by all means, I will give you all the information all up front anyway, regardless if you want, if you want the information or not. I'm going to put it out there just so that you can make your own decision on how you want to run and how you want to, how the hell you want to, handle this and what you want to do with your own business. Okay? Because you are your own boss. I'm not your boss. Neither is a legend from Prove It. They're not your fucking boss. That's just what it is. And, what really left a bad taste in my mouth was how somebody was comparing my following and how I'm doing and progressing with Prove It to somebody who has a larger following than me on Instagram. So Instagram and TikTok are two totally different apps, okay? If somebody has 66 or 60,000 followers on Instagram, that's comparable to almost 10 million on TikTok. Okay. So when you are trying to compare my 1.4, and now it's 1.5, it's about to be 1.6 here very soon. million followers on TikTok. When you compare somebody who has 60,000 on Instagram, that they went to rank 6 in 24 hours, and then you say, oh, well, somebody who has, then we have somebody who has over 1 million followers on TikTok, she's not doing that well. And, she still needs to work her business. Honey, don't worry about me, because I'm doing quite well, actually. Don't worry about me. Just don't do it. Because I'm the type of person to where if you leave a bad taste in my mouth, that taste is always going to be there. Always, from here on out. So I will always look at you with the side eye. Always. I don't like snarly ass bitches. I don't like, snooty ass bitches who think that they're above everybody, because honey, you're not above nobody. At all. I will shit on your entire existence. Okay? I don't like that. I don't like that. And for somebody to say, well, you shouldn't be doing your own Zoom calls. You shouldn't be doing your own thing. We are a team. We need to do it together. No, honey. No. Absolutely not. I am my own team. Me, myself, and I. I do not listen to anybody when it comes to making money. I know how to make money. I know how to talk to people. I'm very personable. And I can turn on my proper etiquette with a switch. Okay, so I know how to do things. Okay, there's a time and place for everything. Okay, and I could turn that switch on real quick. Now, and that's the reason why I decided to even join Prove It to begin with, because, I don't do well when I have a manager or a boss above me. I don't at all. And I understand, a lot of people like that support from the upline. I don't like uplines. I'm just going to be honest. I don't like uplines. If nobody is putting money in my pocket, putting food on my table, don't try to tell me what I need to be doing. Because none of you girls are putting anything in my pocket. I have one promoter underneath me. Besides her, that's it. That's it. So, no. No. I just had to get that off my chest. I already talked about it with my wife and everything. And, of course my wife is going to agree with me. Even if she doesn't agree with me, she's going to agree with me. But, it's nice to just, this is my way of venting, is, on social media. That's just me. But I will say this, if I want to do my own Zoom calls, if I want to do my own lives when it comes to selling my ketones, I'm doing it. I've been doing it, and I will continue doing it. That should be your go-to, is when you get promoters underneath you, you need to say, hey, listen, you're a boss ass bitch. You are your own motherfucking boss. I'm not your fucking boss. Neither is, Tamitha over here, or Tabitha over there, or Susie Lou over here, or whoever, Luann. Nobody is your boss other than you, yourself, and you. Okay? So you need to run your own business like a boss ass bitch. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Okay? If you need help with anything, please reach out to me. Do not hesitate. Okay, I will answer any questions. Any motherfucking questions. If I don't know the answer to the question, I will find out for you. Okay, I'm not about to pass you on to my upline. That's just not who I am. Okay, so anybody who is a promoter underneath me with Prove It, I guarantee you're going to be a boss ass bitch. I guarantee you will run your own motherfucking show. Okay, I'm not the one to put you in a group chat with everybody like, oh, this is so and so, so and so, so and so, which is great. That's awesome. Whatever. That's just not the type of person I am. Okay? You signed to be a promoter so you can make your own motherfucking money. Okay, so you can put food on your own motherfucking table, and so you can make your own motherfucking schedule, and so that you can promote however the fuck you want to promote. That's just what the fuck it is. Okay? If you have a question I don't know the answer to, I'm not about to be like, hey, I'm about to put you in a group chat with somebody from my upline who knows the answer to this question. No. Why? For what? For what? I can find out the answer myself, and I will come back to you and I will tell you myself. That is my job. That is what I am here for. I want to elevate other women. I want women to be successful, especially when they're my promoters. Bitch, you're about to be successful, okay? You're about to have more money in your motherfucking pocket, in your bank account. I guarantee motherfucking it, okay? I guarantee it, okay? Because I am somebody's #1 motherfucking cheerleader, bitch. I will guarantee you will be a boss ass bitch within 30 motherfucking days, because I'm just that type of person to where each individual I have a direct connection with. Even, that's just how I am. Okay? Now, if you're the type of person to where you like that type of thing, you like the upline, you like to have the group chats and do the weekly Zoom calls that tell you absolutely nothing about running your own business. Like, if that's the type of stuff that you like, then by all means, I will give you all the information necessary for you to do that, okay? But how I run things is quite differently from here. I don't like uplines. That's just me. I don't like them. Group chats, I don't do at all. I will introduce you maybe to the girl who I signed up under. But I don't have to introduce you to the girl above her, or the girl above her, or the girl above her. For what? They're not putting no money in your pocket. I'm not even putting any money in your pocket, honey. I'm just saying. Let's just keep it real here. Why? Oh, just why? But you're putting money in their pocket. You sure the fuck are. Anyway, I just had to get off my chest. So let's do a story time, right? So this one time, I went to, I think like it was on the corner of Sullivan, and it was right down the street from Sullivan and Wayne. Eureka, maybe? I'm not too sure. There was a corner store. There was a corner store right there. I went in there. It was like December, the end of December. It was right after Christmas. And I was getting a little pint of ice cream, because that's just what I do. I used to get tweaked and zooted and booted for the count, and used to get a pint of ice cream and just walk up and down the street till I got picked the fuck up. That's what I used to do. So when I was in there was this, scrawny little white boy, right? He was like, oh, hey, what's up with you? I haven't seen you. You're a new face around here, honey. Bye. What do you want? What do you want? Because you're wasting my time. You're wasting my time. So I remember him saying, oh, well, you should just, I got some good shit. You can try, I'll let you test it out. But I'll take you back to my spot, And so when I was walking back with him, right? And he was saying, oh, I just got this place, and there's a couple other people staying there, but I feel like you will be a great asset to my house. So I'm thinking to myself, like, what are you really trying to say here? Because I feel like you're trying to say something, but you're not really saying it, because you don't know how I'm going to react to it. So we went back to his place. Okay, there was a few people who he introduced me to, whatever. And he was like, if you don't have anywhere to go, anywhere to stay, you're more than welcome to stay here. I will make sure that, you make sure that every morning you have your fix, that you won't be sick, that sort of thing, right? So his place, you could tell that they just moved in, okay, because they don't have anything. They don't have any furniture, but it was clean. So I at first took him up on his offer. Okay, so I stayed the night one time. The next day, right, I go out, make some money, I come back, and so him and his girl was talking in the other room. Okay, so this girl's younger than me. Well, she looked younger than me anyway. Well, I could tell she was younger than me. So anyway, she was like, oh, I don't really like that girl. That, there's something wrong with that girl. Talking about me. Bitch, I hear everything and I see everything, even though I'm not directly looking at you, or my ear is not directly by the door. Bitch, I hear and see everything, okay? So anyway, they come out, and so it was him, his girlfriend, and I think there's 2 other girls and me, okay? So he had asked me, he was like, oh, so how much money did you make? I said, why? Like, why is that any of your concern? How much money I make? So he was like, well, there's a fee for, that he didn't say fee, but he said something along those lines. Basically, like, I need to pay him daily to be there, okay? So I tell him, right, I said, let me say something. I said, first off, this is kind of a conversation that me and you should be having, not in front of everybody else, but since you want to have it like this, let's just go ahead and have it like this. First off, you're the one who approached me. Let's just get that straight, okay? And I'm not too sure what these other girls, the arrangement or the agreement that you have upon these other girls, but I'm not like these other girls, okay? Nobody runs me. Nobody tells me what to do, how to do it, when to do it. And as far as me making money, that's me, myself, and I. It's business. Okay, I'm not giving you anything unless we have a mutual agreement, and I pay if I'm going to stay to pay. If I'm going to pay to stay, then A, I'm going to have my own room. B, I can have whoever the hell I want over. And C, then we need to compromise on who you allow in here and who I allow in here. That's just what it is. And then we'll go from there. But I'm nobody's trick. Okay, that's just not what it is. That's just not what this is. Okay, nobody is ever going to pimp me out. That's just what that is. And yeah, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen. And I told him, I said, I would have my own place, my own house, with the quickness if I didn't have any fucking warrants. That's the only thing. Because at this point in time, I had warrants, felony warrants. I had a probation violation, a felony probation violation in another county. So I was wanted by a couple different counties, okay, felony-wise. So felony is statewide. I think it's actually nationwide, if I'm not mistaken. And, I'm not going to have my name ran. You know what I mean? Like, if they see my name on a residence, like, they will come, absolutely. And I'm not having that. I'm just not having that. And I don't trust anybody enough to put this house or a house, whatever, or apartment, whatever, in their name. I don't trust anybody to do that, because what will happen is they would say, yeah, they will go ahead and put it in their name. And then, when it comes time to pay rent, oh yeah, give me your money. I give them the money to pay rent, and they don't pay it. That's just what that is. So no. Mm-mm. And this is what I'm telling him, okay? And I said, and I know what you are trying to do here, right? So you're trying to act like you're the alpha of the house, okay? And you have your little minions, which are the working girls, okay? They go out and make some money, and then they come back, and you have the good shit, okay? Which is really not that good anyway. But it's good to them because they don't know any better. And they give you their money. And basically what it is that the rent, right, is like $800. So you have like 6 other girls, right? And you don't pay anything. They pay your bills. That's just what it is. They pay your rent, they pay your electricity and the gas. That's what they pay for. They pay for everything. So technically they don't even need your ass there. They don't. they all can live together and have their own rooms where they're not sleeping on the floor in a sleeping bag or on a pillow or whatever that's probably filled with fucking bed bugs, in the living room or in the basement. They each can have their own fucking rooms, okay? And they can all split, you know, split the rent and all the bills and everything between all of them. They don't need your ass. You're useless. But because you're useless, you want to act like you're somebody when you're not anybody, and act like you run the show here. And that's just not what's happening with me. I'm sorry. I would literally rather sleep behind a fucking dumpster, behind a fucking bando. Okay, for those that don't know what a bando is, it's an abandoned building, abandoned house, whatever. I would rather do that. Because I'm not handing nobody over my money unless I'm getting something in return, which is some illegal substances, okay? It's just not going to happen. Nobody runs me. Like, that's you know, the number one thing I've been taught ever since I was young, is to never get a pimp, ever. I knew exactly the signs to look out for when it comes to pimps. If they pick you up or whatever and you go on a date, they want to spend time with you, which is fine. You may look at that as a date. But when they say, oh, you know, you can stay here, I'll look out for you, I'll make sure that you're good, you know, you're clothed and, you know, you're fed and you're sheltered, like I'll make sure that you're safe and nothing happens to you. They're grooming you, they're pimping you out. They're wanting to pimp you out. Okay? And no, I'm sorry, but no. And that's exactly what the fuck I told this guy. And so he's like, okay, well, if you're not willing to pay, then you gotta go. I said, honey, it's not that I'm not willing to pay. That's not what I just said. What I said was, if you, because you're the one who sought me out. I didn't seek you out, okay? So you came up to me. So basically, you need my help. That's what it is. You need my help. I don't need your help for shit. Like I said, I can sleep behind a you know, literally a bando or inside a bando and I'm completely fine. I've done it for months. So I'll be fine. But if you want to, you know, compromise or whatever, we can do that. But if I'm going to be paying your bills and your rent, then half of this shit is mine. Like, that's just not, no. He didn't like that too well. So, needless to say, I left. I sure the fuck did. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember anybody's names at all. All I know is where his apartment, or where his house, it wasn't an apartment, where his house was at, was Harris Sullivan, right? So I was technically on this side of Sullivan, which is toward Mount, okay? Off of Wayne. So where his house was on the other side of Sullivan, toward Broad Street, okay? But he was this white dude. I think like he had like red hair and freckles. I don't know. He said he just got out of jail. He was like scrawny little fucker. But if I seen him, like if I would see, like, you know, see him walking down the street, I would recognize him because yeah, not too many people. I mean, there's a lot of guys that look like that around that area, but I would pick him out. And there was this one girl. You know, the girls, I mean, I can't, I'm not talking shit about those girls because I was one of them. I looked out for this one girl. She needed a pick-me-up or some shit. I gave her $20. And she was supposed to pay me back. And bitch, you never paid me back. And it's just $20. Like, that's nothing now. But back then that was everything, because actually that was my last 20 that I gave you. Yeah. You know, and I look back at all the things. Like, I remember when I was walking down the street, right? I'd be walking down Sullivan, and of course, I'll be smoking a cigarette. There was not one time that that I didn't have a cigarette, and I would have these girls, and I would go to the gas station right by Sullivan, like down the street from Sullivan and Wayne, and you know, it was a quarter, I think, for a cigarette, a quarter, right, or 50 cents, I don't know. Oh, I think a quarter. And I remember, I think I got like 4 or 5 cigarettes, okay? And I was smoking one, and I remember this girl coming up to me, and she's like, oh, do you have another cigarette? You know, please, please. I gave her every last fucking one of my cigarettes. You know, I remember one time I had just gotten, I had just left to see my probation officer downtown Columbus. This was like right before I went to prison the second time, or, you know, the umpteenth time. And I was higher than a fucking kite. Okay, I was zooted and booted for the count when I went to see this probation officer, and she knew I was. She knew. She asked me to. She was like, if I test you today, are you going to be dirty? I said, yeah, I'm going to be dirty. I already was wearing whites and everything underneath because I thought that I was going to jail that day. And I just got released like a couple weeks ago, maybe not even a whole week ago, week before then. And she was like, well, what are you going to test positive for? I said, everything other than like ecstasy and acid, like every single thing. She's like, okay, I'll give you 30 days for you to clean up. But when you come back here in 30 days to see me, you better be clean, because if you're not, you're going to jail. And I said, okay, that's fine. I went to jail anyway. So, but she let me go. And I remember I walked all the way from downtown Columbus to the west side of Columbus on Sullivan. And that's a long fucking walk, by the way, because I even walked from fucking Champion in Livingston. Was it Champion in Livingston? What's that other road? Not Livingston, but hold on. It's there. I don't know the other main road, but anyway, I walked from Champion and Livingston all the way to fucking downtown. From downtown to the west side of Columbus. Sure the fuck did. Walked to the west side of Columbus, made a quick $100, and I ended up stopping at the corner store right by, you know, Sullivan and Wayne, and got a pack of cigarettes. And so what happens is I light up a fucking cigarette, and this girl was like, oh my god, do you have another cigarette? I'm so sorry, I don't mean to bother you, but you know, it's really cold, and it was colder than a fucking gold digger's toe out there. So and I've seen her a lot of times. Like, I've seen her so many times out there. But anyway, she asked me, do you have a cigarette? And I gave her my whole fucking pack. And I only took one out. And that was that one that I was smoking. You know, and things like that. Like, I look back on it, I'm like, oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. Today, that's nothing for me. But back then, that was a lot. That was a lot. And all I can say is I only had one person who really looked out for me, and that was my ex's cousin. And he really did look out for me. He looked out for me, you know, for having a place to stay. Like, and I remember I was walking around all night. Okay, it was colder than fuck. I didn't have a jacket. I only had on, you know, the clothes that I had on. It was cold as fuck, man. So I remember coming back to his place, and it was his uncle's place, but he was staying there because his uncle was in jail. So anyways, keep an eye on things, I guess. And he let me in, and I fell asleep on the couch. And I woke up to 3 like heaters that were in front of me because I was so fucking cold. I was shivering, I guess. And he put the heaters in front of me so I can warm up. And, you know, I remember so many other times where I didn't have anything and I was sick. And, you know, he would get me well. And I didn't have to pay him. Like, I didn't do anything for it either. But, you know, he was a good person. Like, he had a really good heart. I actually just found out the other day that he was sentenced to like 6 to 9 years for robbery and everything. So, He's been locked up actually for a couple years. I think that he's been locked up since like December 2019. He just got sentenced a couple days ago, or last week maybe. I don't know. But yeah, he's good people. He is good people. And there's very few good people that I know personally. He's one of them. He's definitely one of them. And real recognizes real. And a lot of the times, like, I kept to myself. I didn't talk to that many people. Because why? Like, I'm not going to waste my breath or energy on you. You're just not worth it. Just not worth it. Just like this one dumbass bitch. This one dumb broad. She was sleeping with my then, you know, boyfriend. Like, you know, we were together and all this shit. This is the guy who overdosed in February. Karma's a bitch, I'll tell you that now. Anyway, so I remember, like, she would come over and she's like, oh, where's so-and-so? You know, like, sit right in front of me and all this shit. Like, bitch, get the fuck out of here. But she would always, like, talk mad shit to me. And I'd just be sitting there just smoking away. Like, bitch, I don't hear nothing you were saying, bitch. Nothing. Because you know what? And I remember I did tell her this. Hey! It was like 2 or 3 days before I had gotten arrested to go to prison. And this trip to prison changed my whole entire life. That's why I'm here today. So anyway, I remember telling her, because she just kept chopping her fucking lips, chopping her fucking gums, right? Moving her motherfucking lips, ain't got shit to say. And I remember looking at her, I said, you know what? One of these days, I'm going to be clean. And one of these days, like, you're going to be exactly where you're at today when I am successful and I'm doing something with my life. And one of these days, you're going to wish that you never talked to me all fucking crazy, bitch. You're really going to wish that. And, so yeah. I forget her fucking name, but, bitch, I know you're watching. I know you're fucking watching. I can't wait. And you know what? It's not all about, oh, you know, she thinks she's better than her now because she has, you know, this and this and this going on in her life. No, honey, I'm not better than anybody at all. But I'm a better person. I have a better fucking heart. Absolutely. Because of the shit that was said to me and done to me, I wouldn't even have done or said to my worst motherfucking enemy. That's just what the fuck it is. So if that makes me thinking that I'm a better person than them, then so fucking be it. I don't give a fuck. I'm just curious on, like, I'm just curious on what you think now about me. And do you think that I'm so that ugly ass white bitch? Do you? Back then, I may have been ugly because I didn't even have a pot to piss in. I couldn't even shower every day because I didn't have a shower to shower in. I couldn't even brush my teeth every day because I didn't even have a fucking toothbrush. I'm lucky and thankful that I still have all my motherfucking teeth. Even though my bottom teeth aren't, you know, they're not great at all. But I still have them motherfuckers. Thank fucking God. But the reality of it is, like, I have everything now. I have everything that I could want in life right now. And where are you exactly? Where are you? I'm just curious. Where are you in life right now? Are you clean? I hope you're clean. I really do. You know, that's one thing that I don't joke around. Like, I don't like to see anybody strung out. I don't. I like to see karma come back around and bite you in your ass because I'm pretty sure that's what she's doing. But I don't like to see anybody strung out. You know, that's the devil's fucking work right there. But what I can say is whatever you put out into this universe, it comes right back around to you. So you continue to call me ugly. This ugly ass white bitch. But I saw a picture of you recently. I sure enough did. That's all I'm going to say. Whatever you put out into this universe, it comes right back around to you. So if you call anybody fat, keep calling them fat, blah, 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 bitch, you're going to get fat. You're going to get fat. You keep calling somebody fucking ugly, bitch, you're going to become ugly. I saw that picture, girl. I saw what you look like today. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. The universe is karma. Like, you know, whatever you speak, the good and the bad comes back around to you eventually. And that guy that you so much wanted to take from me, and you did take from me, because he left me because I was a junkie, a complete junkie, and he didn't want to be with a junkie. Oh, she's a junkie as hell. Like, that's disgusting. I would never be with somebody like that. And then he dies of an overdose to heroin. And I heard what you guys were doing. He was pimping you out to make some money. So what does that make you? A junkie ass hoe, right? I think that's what the definition of that is, right? It's sad, it really is, you know? It really, really, truly is. But all I can say is, you know, I'm good this way. I'm so good. Like, my life can't get better than what it is already. But it's going to continue to get better. But if nothing changes and everything just stays the same from here on out until my last day on earth, I will be more than satisfied. More than satisfied. But I'm pretty sure I'll see you next week, girl, because I'm going to the safe house next week, girl. So I'll see you then.